Right then, bit of a situation with the VXR. So a couple of weeks ago, I did a video fixing a MAF extension that was causing a misfire. Since then, the car's driven fine, but on the way back from Halfords getting coolant for my cam belt change that I was going to do today, it threw a bunch of codes and turned into a Christmas tree. There was a few more on there. The main one was MAF sensor and cam sensor, but somehow overnight they've disappeared without me clearing them. So hopefully I can make it to a friend's house to try their sensors, but what is likely the issue is the MAF loom is either shorting or not making a connection properly, causing everything else on the injector loom issues, basically. So if the sensors don't fix it, I'm going to have to fit a new top engine loom and thankfully not have the bodged MAF extension on there anymore, but we'll see how it goes. If I start it and refresh the list, yeah, accelerator's not even doing anything now. Won't let me drive. There we go. Can't go anywhere. So that plan has failed.
At this point, all I could do was start pulling the injector loom out of the car and order a replacement that hasn't been chopped up to rule out the MAF extension. If that doesn't fix it, it could still be a sensor, or even a fried ECU from extra resistance in the MAF extension. The problem though is that regardless of whether it was the ECU, a sensor or a wiring fault, I needed the car for a road rally that I'd booked in 3 weeks' time, and then Santa Pod a couple of weeks later to have a grudge match against the 240 horsepower Fiesta ST, the VXR's arch nemesis. So it's a rush to get the thing fixed in time. With the ECU end of the loom unplugged, I had to start pulling off boost pipes to get to the plugs down between the side of the engine and the battery box.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
With the breather pipes disconnected, I have access to the cover that goes over the injector plugs, as I'll need to remove those. Then I can take off the cover for the coil packs and unplug the cam position sensor, which has a wire clip holding the plug on. Next, the induction kit has to be moved out of the way so that I can get to the plug on the boost control solenoid down on the turbo.
Driveway is a nice range, 'cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope.
With a few more sensors disconnected, I can start disconnecting the earths, where the loom is bolted to the ECU and a couple of places on the engine.
You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the grey matter like some.
Just like that, after an hour or two of work for me, and like 4 minutes for you, the loom lifts out. And right on cue, a new loom showed up in the post about a week after I first placed my order on eBay. I got it cleaned up, noticing that the ident code wasn't exactly the same as the one in the picture, but I thought, well, it looks the same, so I'll try and get it fitted anyway. What could possibly go wrong?
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Apparently, there are two possible types of cam sensor plug on the VXR. and this isn't the same one as the one fitted to my engine. So that could possibly go wrong. No worries, I'll just order another loom, I thought. So here's the state of the second loom that I ordered. As you can see, this one's also had a dodgy MAF extension done, the cam sensor plug is also wrong, despite the eBay seller assuring me that it was the same ident code and part number as mine, and the coil pack wiring has been broken and badly repaired at some point. So, third wiring loom lucky, now 3 weeks since I first started pulling the car apart. This time I went back to the first eBay seller, who had been super helpful trying to make sure I get a loom with the right ident code this time that hadn't been butchered. Comparing the looms, it's a perfect match and there's no damage. With all that checked, I can take the injector plugs out of this casing and start getting it fitted to the car, one plug at a time. Cam sensor plug first, obviously, just to be safe.
Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, it's the world honestly burning.
A good tip, if you're ever unlucky enough to have to do something like this, is to put tape on each plug on the old loom as you plug them in on the replacement, just like I'm doing here. That way it's easy to be sure you haven't missed anything and you know the car should start up first time.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this.
With most of the new wiring loom plugged in, it's time to bolt the earths back to the engine. Missing one of these, or not getting a clean connection, could cause a lot of headaches with fault codes or bad sensor readings, so it's important to remember this step and get it right. Checking the old loom, I can see that the only things left unplugged are the MAF and MAP sensors, which we need to refit to the engine, and the ECU and coil packs.
All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop off fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm thinking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of left, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop.
With the ECU and coil pack plugged in, I can start refitting the boost pipes and the induction kit, and then I can get on to plugging in the MAF extension into the MAF sensor and plugging the MAP sensor in.
Stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round.
With the Courtenay Sport pre-assembled MAF extension, there are no solder connections and no crimp connectors, so nothing to come loose or add extra resistance. And because it's about a foot long, you can actually twist the MAF round and point it this way, running the wire around the outside of the engine bay. After After securing the MAF extension to this tab sticking out the strut tower, it's time to fire the car up and see if there are any codes, meaning I might need a new sensor, or the ECU could be fried, or if I've been lucky and the wiring loom's fixed it.
Magic words. Refresh list. Would ETC's present? Buzzing.
And with 2 days to spare, the car is fixed and ready to take on an awesome rally through the Pennines and Scotland, putting my new PS4S tyres to the test. I hope you enjoyed the video. There's plenty more on my channel and more to come, so remember to like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.